Hello everybody, we're back and we got the new car. This is a 2002 Toyota Avalon XLS, fully loaded with a bench seat. Had to be done. Closest thing I get to a town car. Town car prices are way up right now. I'm a delivery driver, gas prices are way up. This made more sense. It's front wheel drive, can't be modded as much, can't do all the fun stuff. But we're still going to try our best eventually. What's to say, these cars are virtually bulletproof. They have a 1MZ FE engine that makes 210 horsepower and 220 pound-feet of torque. It's got possibly the ugliest grille on any car, but I will be replacing it because the 03 to 04 grille is nicer. We actually have fog lamps on this. It's got some 16-inch 7-spoke alloy rims, and these are Michelin. I don't know what type of tire, but some sort of Michelin tire. They're 205 60R16s. The rims need to be cleaned up desperately. Got a big old front door, got a smaller rear door, but there is a lot of room in the back. You can see the door opens pretty wide, and I'm 6'3". I have the front seat all the way back, and I sit in very comfortably back here. I still have at least a hand's length of room between my knees and the seat, which is quite nice, and it's very comfortable. Vitaly's video, he has a video of him riding in the back. He will testify these seats are very comfortable. It's actually an inch less than the town car, but it doesn't feel like it, I think, because it's a more open car. You have glass pretty much all around. Then these little opera windows, which are quite nice. So up here, you have your tachometer, your speedometer, your temperature gauge, and a fuel gauge. You have your column shifter wrapped in leather with an overdrive setting, which is really nice. We have a leather steering wheel. I put a cover on it because I like a little bit thicker wheels. We've got our cruise control settings right there. To the left of the steering wheel, we have our power mirrors, our dash light brightness, and our trunk button. Right beneath there is a fuse box cover. On the door, it's pretty packed down there, but we've just got a little bit of wood grain, your handle, the 4 windows. The driver's window is automatic up and down, and then your power locks and window lock. Center console, fairly standard. You've got the nice JBL system, so it's got a 6-track CD changer. You've got your AM FM radio, which is apparently a dual antenna, and you've got your dual HVAC controls along with the trip computer up there. Now, one thing a lot of people don't know is down here you got your stability control, but you also have a 115-volt 2-prong outlet right down there next to your 12-volt car outlet. So I can plug in household items like a toaster. Then the glove box, let me move around front. Glove box is standard size, got a few things in there. There is a lockout button, so if you give a valet the valet key, you hit that button, you close it, you lock the glove box, and then the valet with the key cannot open up the trunk. I think that's quite clever, but we want to be able to open the trunk. Got standard wheel height adjustment or tilt adjustment. There is no telescoping capabilities, unfortunately. We have the JBL surround system. It is a 7-speaker system. We have 2 tweeters up front. We have 1 speaker in each door, and they're also in the back doors. And then we have an 8-inch subwoofer I'm currently working on replacing on the rear shelf. The center console comes down. 2 cup holders. I accidentally broke the latch, so I will have to fix that. Then we've got some storage space down here. Seats are power adjustable. It's a split bench. You have 8-way, so you go forward, back. You've got the bottom of it up and down, the front of it up and down, the back of it up and down, the seat back up and down. There's no lumbar adjustment. That was only on the bucket seats. There's also a little center map pocket on the side. Go back to the back seats. This car likes to zap me a lot. Here's our rear center console. There's a couple things in there. Cup holders fold out. You close it up, and boom, you've got two cup holders and a very comfy armrest. There's also a trap door of sorts into the trunk, which is occupied with some things I'll show you in a minute. Fold this back up. We also have little rear lights back here and a very large sunroof. I'm quite shocked at how big the sunroof is. I didn't realize it when I had my first one, but this is my second one now. I realize this is a very large sunroof, especially for a early 2000s car. We have the sunroof controls right up here, so you can tilt it up and down or slide it open, which is well worth it. And then up there you've got your sunglasses holder, got auto dimming mirror, here are the visors, got two lights underneath, pulls out, also has an extension and a second visor, which is quite nice. There's your home link right there. Same on this side, two lights, extends out, and it's a double folding visor. Now, moving on to the trunk, we've got regular halogen or incandescent lights all around. Trunk is very large, actually. It's not town car big, but it's pretty close in terms of volumetric capacity. I believe the town car is a 21, 22. This is like 17 or 18, I believe. There is a spare tire underneath, which I'm not going to show because it's just a spare tire. And there's your other end of the trap door in case you needed to put skis or fishing rods through and whatnot. The trunk closes very solidly. We have a single exhaust facing down, and that is pretty much everything there is about this car. You're probably wondering why I got this car. Well, aside from the fact that it's decent on gas, it is a Toyota, so they're very reliable, and it has a bench seat, so it's the closest thing I could get to a town car without going Buick for the money. There's a little damage right there. This car was a one-owner vehicle by an old guy, and you will see in a moment. It has 122,000 miles. I've actually put on 700 miles on this car in a bit over a week. And the car had all the service records, and we've actually had them before. This is the first car that I drove after I got my license. I had one of these for about 4 years, and it was a 2002 XLS. This is when my grandfather worked at Toyota as a salesman. He bought this from my grandmother, who drove it for 10 years roughly. Then my mother drove it for about 5, and then I drove it for 4, and now my brother drives it. Ours was the 5-seater, so it had this whole center console piece. I got the bench seat, and I figured this would be nostalgia from when I went to high school, and I would drive it every day to high school. So I figured these cars, we've had these in the family, we've had multiple of these actually, for a combined total of 33 years between my grandparents and my parents and myself. We know everything that goes wrong in these cars. Everything that does go wrong in these cars has already been fixed by the previous owner per the service records I found from the mechanic shop that he went to. We've got everything, basically every oil change, registration, emissions test, everything was in this car. I got it for $2,600, and the KBB on this vehicle, once I do my timing belt, because it's the only thing that needed to be done, it'll be worth about $4,500. Minus, I got a couple rust spots here and there I'm going to fix up, but aside from that, this car is in immaculate shape. I will make another video soon about the things that are wrong with it and that I would like to fix up on it. So thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a fantastic afternoon. Take care.